But bad weather forced him to cancel, so he didn't give up. He just called some friends at United Airlines, where he was a pilot for 35 years, and United donated round-trip tickets.
That's great. 9 wants to know why
BJ and his family this morning. They say they're in the fight of their lives, but confident they can win.
BJ DeVries is home today, still reeling after his first bout with chemotherapy in Denver. Not feeling really well, but well enough to try a new bike on for size. Normally, he's as active as any 5-year-old, but these days, one quick spin down the street, and BJ needs to lay down.
He's on prednisone, which is a steroid, and it definitely gives you mood swings. So that's changed him a bit. And he's not as active. You know, he tires out real easy.
BJ has a tumor in his chest the size of a fist, more in the lymph nodes and possibly some in his liver. And with about a 50% chance to win a fight he doesn't even understand, BJ must wear a strange new device.
This is his Broviac. It goes into his chest, into artery, I believe. And they undo the tape here and everything, and he gets his chemo through that.
BJ's mom, Charlene Hanna, won't know for some time how much the insurance will cover. But not knowing how to pay for treatment is a small problem compared to a mother's worst nightmare.
The flight going up, when we were in the plane, a lot of things ran through my mind. I was afraid to lose him. I didn't know how I could live without him. But we just don't think any different. We have a positive attitude, and God's on our side, and lots of prayers. Couldn't do it without God.
BJ returns to Denver in 2 weeks for round 2 of a battle that could go 2 years. Until then, he says he'll hang out at home with big brother Chris and baby sister Brooke.
I wish I could.
The Defense Department...
7 Chevrolet car and...
Scare overnight when BJ had an allergic reaction to a blood transfusion. Well, Newsline Tonight, Steve Boyd spent some of his time with the family in Black Hawk this afternoon. He reports that BJ keeps on beating the odds.
Smile.
You wouldn't know it to see him today, but BJ came very close to losing his battle last night. The 4-year-old Black Hawk boy reacted to a blood transfusion and nearly didn't make it through the night. But BJ is a fighter, intent on proving the doctors wrong.
You never know what can happen with a reaction like that. So everybody was right there and kept a close eye on him, and he pulled through fine.
BJ's learned how to ride his new bike now, and between chemotherapy treatments, he has the energy to do so. Fighting a disease like cancer is mundane work for a 4-year-old. BJ spends much of his time looking to the future, specifically to Christmas.
What do you think you want for Christmas? What should Santa? Should I write Santa and tell him to bring you something? What would you like?
3-wheeler.
A 3-wheeler or 4-wheeler?
4-wheeler.
Nothing big, huh? No.
A 4-wheeler is big.
Yeah.
But there could be a trip to Denver in the works before Santa comes. That means more chemotherapy, a drain on BJ and on Mom.
It is. It is. I came home yesterday and cried my heart out for a while, but he always proves me wrong and pops back, and he's my strength.
The Hannas thought they might be taking BJ to Disney World, but a prospective donor couldn't raise enough funds. A disappointment, but now the Make-A-Wish Foundation is considering making that trip a reality. A trip that won't cure the cancer, but might ease the pain. In Black Hawk, Steve Boyd, Newsline Tonight.
Well, a former...
With a gift from members of a local motorcycle organization. Abate held its 4th annual toy party tonight. Admission was a toy or $3 to be donated to children in area hospitals. But the special guests of honor were BJ and his family.
Well, we got a call from Abate, and they said they had a special Christmas present for BJ and the rest of my family. And we came down and definitely made his Christmas, I'll tell you that. He's always wanted a 3-wheeler, and we're going to share it. It'll be Christmas too, and I don't know if I'll have another Christmas with him, but this has just been super.
We just thought it was a neat idea for bikers of Rapid City area to go out and solicit toys and take them around to the kids that wouldn't ordinarily have a Christmas. We ran into BJ. He's in need of some exposure. His family needs some money to take care of their medical bills. Maybe we can help out our own society. If we can't take care of our own people, what kind of society are we?
If you'd like to donate money this Christmas for BJ's hospital bills, send it to American State Bank, care of BJ DeVries, 632 Main Street, Rapid City, South Dakota, 57701.
Year-old BJ DeVries, who's battling cancer. BJ's back home now after spending a few days in the hospital for his chemotherapy treatments. His mother, Charlene Hanna, says he's doing pretty well and having a lot of fun with his Christmas presents. Many of those gifts were from the Abate Motorcycle Group of Rapid City.
Pretty well. He's feeling good. He hasn't been on chemotherapy for a while. His blood count just doesn't want to go up, you know, due to the chemotherapy. But let's see, he was off 2 or 3 weeks and just started back up yesterday. Went into the hospital and got his chemotherapy, and it went for well. A little bit nauseated afterwards, but they don't want to let him go without getting chemotherapy either for a very long length of time. So the cancer go right back just as quick as it came. So we had a great Christmas this year, didn't we? Huh?
Yeah.
BJ kind of got spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we all get for Christmas?
A
what? Electric three-wheeler. You betcha. And a Bigfoot. And a tent to put over our bed.
Yeah.
You crawl in it and go to sleep in the tent now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got a little machine that drives.
Yeah, a little machine that drives.
Yep.
BJ will have a few more days to play with his toys before going back to Denver for more treatments after the first of the year.
Cancer is in Southern California tonight. BJ and his family left today on the trip of a lifetime, paid for by the Denver Kiwanis. It's a trip that BJ won't soon forget.
We're going to Disneyland, and had a hard time getting to sleep last night. Some excited boys. But I really appreciate the fact we can get away, and we won't have to worry about hospitals and clinics, and just have fun and enjoy it.
BJ and his brother Chris are especially excited about seeing Mickey Mouse and all of his friends. The family will be returning on Monday.
Although a lot of baseball.
Year-old and his bout with cancer. Well, good news tonight. BJ is now 6 years old, and as Steve Boyd reports, he may be winning the fight for his life.
A year ago, the prospects were not good for BJ DeVries. Doctors shared little hope for his future. But today, BJ is in remission. He's as active as any 6-year-old, and his mom, Charlene, says if not for the support of the Black Hawk community, she doesn't know how BJ or she would have gotten through this very difficult year.
They're amazing people. Just really amazing. They've helped us out financially, emotionally, just been real friends, and I think it's great. Everybody can pitch together and help each other out.
As for BJ, he's in kindergarten now.
They teach us stuff. We write.
Did you learn a lot of stuff so far?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
TV reporter.
Doctors say, barring any new infections, in about a year, BJ might be taken off chemotherapy. Another step toward a normal life for a little boy too young to understand what cancer is, and a mom who's been through all of his pain.
I guess as a mother, watching your child go through any pain is hard on me. He's had a lot of needles and pokes and sickness, nausea. Just hard to watch your child go through that.
And so this little guy's cancer is in remission, and so for at least a little while, things are back to normal, right?
BJ DeVries Newsline.
I think Steve better. and Gasper have both had heart transplants. Jim Claflin has had a genetic lung disease, and little BJ DeVries is now still battling cancer. The bright side of all this illness is how the community has come together to rally behind each other. BJ DeVries' mother, Charlene Hanna, says they couldn't have made it without such community support.
Different raising events. People in Rapid City have been very kind to us. Just a good feeling knowing everybody cares and loves each other to do that.
Here in Black Hawk, the community will continue its fundraising with a luncheon, auction, and a dance later this month. Well, hard to believe, but
It looked like back when he began his chemotherapy in December of 1986. At one point, doctors didn't think he would make it. But as BJ says, prayers brought him through this, and others in the same situation should do just that. Pray, he says. Newsline Tonight's Dennis Lawrence tells us that BJ surprised his kindergarten class today with some good news.
BJ's transformation is amazing, from near death a year and a half ago to now. As he stands next to his mother, there's something he wants to tell his friends, but he's so excited, his mother has to do it.
And we went to Denver this week, and they took a bunch of tests, and there's no more cancer anywhere. He's all cured and all better now.
His classmates are obviously very surprised by the news and glad, because as they say it, BJ isn't going to leave us.
No more cancer. It's good to see him. I'm glad that he's back. I liked him, I cared about him. He's my friend. Good that he's back. And that hope that he don't get hurt again. I think he's happy.
It's a good feeling. We're happy about it, and we want to praise the Lord for being with us. And especially want to thank everybody who has been concerned, sharing their love with us, and especially their prayers.
BJ has grown during his chemotherapy, something that rarely happens. And as you can see, the little guy isn't wearing a hat anymore. He has no reason to.
I will never forget his words. He said that prayers were definitely answered, and they truly are.
Prayers really work.
Dennis Lawrence, Newsline Tonight.
Well, it's not quite over.